Hello, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day. Let me get situated. One second. Hey, Arup, how'd it go? How'd the bike thing go? Hey, Seren, I see you. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to put it on the TVs for watch time hours. Hey, Sunflower, how are you? Let me get situated. I hope you're all doing good. Arup said again, I'm first. All right, so I have Arup, Seren, and Sunflower. And my loan was getting rejected because my address was not updated on my identity card. I'm good, Sunflower. So what will you do, Arup? Did it get approved? Seren, how much I'm trying to didn't get any clarity or positivity, ma'am. Could you please check? Seren, yours is about the girl, right? I have to update that it would take around 1 week to 10 days in the loan. Oh, well, at least you might have to wait, but at least it's good news, right? Yeah, Sunflower, it's been a lot. It's been a lot, but it's like, I always say everything happens for a reason. And I feel like all this happened, on my side because there's just a lot that I feel like I've had to learn how to navigate things being thrown at me, but stay in that positive mindset. It's like we'll have a few smooth days and then something will happen, but they're usually little things. They're not usually massive or detrimental, but it can affect your serenity, right? When you have these hiccups in the road. So I've really had to learn how to navigate the hiccups and stay positive and trust and ask, okay, what am I learning through this? And for me in particular, I'm learning how to. Is that to do with the oil or what's LPG? Sometimes we don't know our strengths. Right, Sunflower, exactly. You're exactly right. Sometimes we don't know our strengths until things happen. Oh, that's a very powerful message. Yeah. Seren, yeah, I've read the energy around this woman, and sweetie, I think the reason you're not getting a sign from God is because you're not meant to be with this woman, right? Seren, you mentioned that she's not reciprocating. So that's your sign, sweetie, as hard as it is. And there's a reason behind it. LPG cylinders used for cooking. Huh. That's crazy. I've never heard of that. In India, LPG crisis is going on. LPG? LPG? Oh, I see in the headlines. So what happens? You can't cook then? Oh my gosh, because of gas. Whoa. I saw yesterday about Asia, like having to do, it's like, oh my gosh, Arup, I'm so sorry. Our gas prices are higher, but it's like nothing compared to what other countries are experiencing. Asia, I read yesterday, is having to um like go to short work weeks, and they're trying to, it's just like it's a lot on everybody because of what we're doing over here. Anyways, I'm sorry for that. Okay. A root, syringe, sunflower. Would y'all like readings? If you like a reading, let me know. And I'm so sorry. Yeah, a root I just read. In India, kitchens across India ditch hot food due to cooking gas shortage. Oh, it's so crazy how widely affecting everybody this is. All over India. I thought that I would work at. There's an app where I would work as food, but you can't. Which is maybe going to affect the motorcycle and the payment, right? Mm. Oh, that's huge. Okay. Whatever I can do to help. I feel like everybody's going through so much. I told you one thing ever happens in my life, it always has a twist with the story, right? It's like, wow, I'm going to get the motorcycle. And then now, like, oh, I just pray that this passes soon. And for the lives that are lost, like we're affected by this in monetary ways. But it's like, I pray for the families that are in the middle of it, right? That the lives that have been lost already. Okay. Ruth, would you like a reading? Hey, Vibing. Oh, Vibing. I'm sorry, baby. I won't be able to tell you who will be your new love partner. I can do a love reading for you, but I won't be able to tell you who, okay? I also have a doggy deck today, which is a fun tarot deck. Depending on the questions. The dog tarot is fun, but when they're really serious, it's kind of, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of using my dog tarot. Thank you for understanding. All right. So we'll start with a group if they want a reading. Then I'll do Seren and Sunflower and then Vibing. I think Sunflower and Vibing want love readings. Yeah. And then Seren is love too, guidance. Seren, I'm assuming it's guidance around the girl that you've asked me about, right? Currently, I'm single, don't have any friend with having feelings, but I would like to have one. I get that. So, Ruth, are you wanting a love reading too? Everybody's here feeling the love, huh? I know it's hard to be single. Y'all got. I know. I know y'all. My upcoming love. How will it be? All right. Higher power source. Trigger ball. Yes. Oh, Sunflower. I'm sorry. I thought you said love reading. Oh, okay. Oh, you said I would love a reading. Okay. Okay, I got you. Okay. I'll do a Rup and Seren, and then I'll ask you your question, okay? Higher power source, creator of all. The two got my cards and my words for a Rup. A Rup is here seeking spiritual advice and wisdom surrounding. I don't have any friend with having those, but I like to have okay. Happenings. Love reading for a Rup. Relationships, advice. I call upon a Rup spirit team of archangels. Okay. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Divine. A Rup. Oh, the Fool, which is the new beginning. Huh. I love how you have a positive mind, Arup. You're like, I feel like, okay, hold on. I just dropped half of them. Hold on 1 second. Wait. There we go. Let me try again. I saw Justice on the bottom of the deck too, which Justice goes both ways, right? And you have such a positive mindset of how you carry yourself. You've got a lot of major arcana coming out because I saw Justice on the bottom of the deck. When I just dropped it, the World card was there. I feel like you just keep such a positive mindset. All right. So the first one I laid down is the Fool, which is trusting your higher power in the journey, right? I also want to have a girlfriend with whom I want to end. Of course, it will happen. Don't be sad. That's what the Fool's about. The Fool's about going into your journey, trusting that it will happen when it's meant to, right? No mixed messages here. Someone wants to go for a walk. When I see the Fool and the leash and this, it's always like me thinking of myself as the dog, and the leash, my higher power has control of. Like, we have free will, but ultimately, who knows best for us? Do we know best for ourselves, or does our divine know best? You know what I mean? Someone wants to go for a walk, perhaps blaze new trails. That bright sun means optimism and opportunity abound, while the white roses on the leash means there's plenty of trust here. The big question is that loyalty deserved, and will it be rewarded? Whether that will turn out to be misplaced remains to be seen. So it's like going into the unknown, but trusting that divine knows ultimately what's best for us, right? But due to my past, I have some trust issues too. Oh, that's funny that you said that when the Fool talks about trust. And that's maybe why you're still single, because we have to heal those shadows, right? We have to work through that, or we're not ready for the next one, which makes sense why you have the devil at the end of your reading, which isn't bad, it's not bad. But you have the Queen of Swords coming out in the middle. The Queen of Swords is self-contained, shrewd, and analytical, and she earned her crown. Though hard work and probably some mental suffering, she's also extremely perceptive. So let the truth be your guiding principle. Like, you're admitting about your trust issues. Let the truth be your guiding principle. And again, trust. This is some shadow work for sure before you're ready to move on, right? Then you have the devil. It's like bondage, the trust. You already thought, listening to your own instincts about it. Don't let the hiss of the strange creature fool you. The devil is all yowl and no scratch. Before you let this feline specter bully you with its mean mug, understand that it is actually inviting you to look at your own dark urges, not as a means of punishment, rather than as an opportunity to break destructive habits, as well as a reminder that you possess the ability to do so. Yeah, it's pretty plain and clear, right, Aru? Where it's talking about trust, not only trusting your higher power, but being able to trust the next person. But anytime a girl tells me lies, don't know how, but my instinct make me feel when they say, look, trust me. Like, I get it. For me, the insecurities came from within, because I wasn't truly confident in myself. But I always had trust issues. And even with Kefab, Maddie, I've mentioned on here, I would look through his phone. I never found anything, but I was always digging because I was insecure on the inside. And I had to learn how to love myself. You know what I mean? Hey, that damn OJ. How are you doing? Your name always cracks me up. All right, Aru, but the devil brings up those shadows, right? And to work on those shadows. I always now I just always say that whatever happens to us, we're learning, we're always evolving, always learning, right? So with strength on the bottom of the deck, you have the strength, right? My intuitions tell me that she's telling lie and truth, and I was going right with my instincts. Well, but that doesn't mean don't trust the next one. You know what I mean? And unless there's evidence, I would just be careful, because sometimes it is good to listen to your instincts, though, as long as you truly have discernment to know what is your intuition and what is your ego. Okay. I'm doing good. That damn OJ, that's so funny. I forgot. Tell me your real name, because it's so funny calling you that. But Arup, I send you so much love and light, and I'm praying for you and your country. I'm praying for the world right now, because we're all dealing with some impact. Some of us not as detrimental as what's happening over there, but all of us are being impacted by this craziness. So I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I hope it will pass soon. John. Okay, John. I am. I'm doing good. If we're considering the circumstances we're in, I'm keeping it light. And yeah, so it's good. It's one day, each day gets better. All right, Seren, are you still here? Rup, thank you for letting me read for you and hanging out. But anytime I pass two with whom I used to have feelings that both started in the same path. I get it. I get it. That does happen. I'm not saying that. Yeah, definitely there's people out there, unfortunately, that take advantage of us and lie to us. But try your best to not let it influence, because you mentioned having trust issues. So we have to try our best to not let it influence us into the next relationship. For me, my trust issues came from my own insecurities. For you, your insecurities are happening because people actually lied to you. But always remember that everybody's different, right? Any remedy for trust issues? It's one of those things that the way I reworked my self-conscious is like anytime it's our thoughts. Anytime our thoughts come up negative, let's say you meet somebody and your instinct says they're lying to you. Well, unless you have proof, then just tell yourself, I'm going to give this one a chance. I'm going to see where it goes. This person's in my life for a reason. And it's rewiring the self-talk we have. So that's how I worked on my self-love and my trust issues, was when they pop up, I had the opposite self-talk. I tell myself, no, that's not what is happening. I do not have proof of that. And I'm that's how you rewire your brain, right? By telling yourself the opposite of what our ego sometimes tells us that may not be accurate, right? Maybe that will help. And of course, I do a lot of meditation and a lot of prayer. A lot of meditation and a lot of prayer goes a long ways for me. It keeps me grounded. All right. I don't know if I lost Seren. Seren, are you here? I know you wanted guidance. And then I'll jump to Sunflower. What can I expect for the rest of March? All right. Higher power, source, creator of all. I set you guide my cards and others. Hey, Bree, how are you? For Sunflower. Sunflower is here seeking, I wrote your name down. Sunflower is here seeking spiritual advice and wisdom surrounding the rest of March. What can Sunflower expect? And sometimes with knowing the truth behind that lie, I still used to act normal. Well, if you know it's true, at least you're calling it out, right? You're seeing your patterns. That's part of shadow work, is seeing the patterns. Once you can see the patterns, that's the first step, Arup. That's how you evolve. That's how we ascend, by recognizing the shadows, recognizing the patterns. So now that you know you've done that and you know that's not healthy, you have a choice next time it happens how you behave, right? Power source, creator of all. I ask to guide my cards and my words for Sunflower. Sunflower's spiritual advice, wisdom, and connection for the month of March. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Source. Sunflower. Page of Swords. I love the doggy deck. They make me so happy. The Emperor. Sunflower. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Divine. Words of wisdom and enlightenment. King of Cups. Aw, the two of Cups. Okay. So you have the Page of Swords first. And you can see, and pages signal new beginnings. And you can see he's jumping up for his tree. This pup has his eyes wide open and his curiosity turned up to 10. Not only will his nose lead him toward delicious treats, but plenty of adventure too, including encounters with other dogs, skunks, and cats. Not all the side trips will be fun, but at this stage, it's all about learning. New beginning, learning. Swords and the element of air represent words, thoughts, speech, learning, analysis, data. So I'm not sure if you're picking up a new skill or diving into something. Then you have the emperor. There is no mistaking who holds the power here. That crown, that bone, that bow tie. Not to mention the cushy bed. The emperor wants you to have it all. When you hold all the power, learning, knowledge, wisdom, right? That's power when we learn. It's tough to, when you hold all the power, it's tough to remember to do so responsibly, but it's worth restraining yourself. Destiny will reward you. And my brain observes that person more. I really don't think about that person. I get it, Arup. I do. But you're bringing to light those behaviors. I just I try to let it be because we can't understand everybody, right? Hey, 2-4, thank you for saying hey, giving that thumbs up. I appreciate you. Hey, Vaishna. Vaishna. I wrote your name down too if you want reading. Then Sunflower, you have the King of Cups. Knowledge is power. King of Cups. I feel like it's deeper than just knowledge. I feel like it's wisdom, which is totally different than just knowledge. King of Cups. And an echo of the page card, and you had the Page of Swords. And an echo of the page card, the king runs joyfully down the beach, ready to jump in the water. He no longer needs the kiddie pool because he can swim in the ocean without worry of being pulled down by an emotional undertow. With creative projects, relationships, and friendships, he has the tools to succeed spectacularly. The king reminds you to trust that you do too. You have the tools to succeed. It's a really beautiful reading. I don't know if you have a partner in your life or not, but the Two of Cups came out as a fourth card. And then of course the Two of Cups is like companionship. You can see them together, whether litter mates or just pals, and it could just be a friend too. These two pups know the joy of true loyal doggy love, or it could be your higher power, learning your relationship with your higher power. Just as their leashes are intertwined, so are their goals, values, and ethics. Each has equal standing in this relationship. Both partners are allowed to be who they are and allow the relationship to transform them in positive ways. It's a true partnership. It's a really positive read. I like it, Sunflower. Learning, yeah. It's and you have the Emperor too. Wisdom. I keep going back to wisdom is power. Okay, I'll leave it there. Thank you, Sunflower. I appreciate you for letting me read for you. All right, then I have Vibing. Vibing, are you still here? I think I don't like about my country is that there's no part-time job here. If a boy turns over 18 in India, his own family and relatives and everyone. I know. I've heard that. I have a lot of people that I read for that are from India, and there's so much criticism from the family. I don't know how y'all do it. You're welcome, Sunflower. I appreciate you. Like there's a woman in here that comes that I read for, and because she's not married yet, everybody gives her a hard time. I'm like, I can't imagine my family, like, because our family is supposed to be the ones who lift us up. I mean, higher power, source, creator of all. I ask that you guide my cards, my words for vibing. Vibes here seeking unloved reading, guidance surrounding their love life. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Source. Vibing. I call upon Vibing Spirit Team, their archangels, their divine, to come in with clarity and enlightenment surrounding. Oh, okay. You have Hermit coming out. And with you asking who, I feel like I know why. Vibing. Thank you, divine. Thank you, source. It's like letting go of the waves, right? Vibing. Thank you, source. Thank you, divine. Guidance surrounding that love life. Call upon guidance, ancestors, spirit team, archangels. Yeah, and the devil too, which is looking at our. Okay, I feel like so. It makes me think of a friend I have that really worked on manifesting a lover, a soulmate, right? Vibing, and she started to realize as she's manifesting that sometimes when we overthink it or try to know exactly the outcome, it actually prevents what we want from happening. So let's start. You have the Nine of Cups first. So you can tell you're the center of attention, surrounded by dogs and humans who love and appreciate you just as you are. There is something better than cube steak, better than rolling in mucky water, better than walks. Knowing that people and dogs in your house love you no matter what. That flows two ways. Your love for them is seen and acknowledged. When this card comes up, it signifies not just emotional fulfillment, but that you've got the cube steak and the long walks locked down too. So it's like, it makes me think of like, instead of focusing on like, who will that soulmate be, focusing on all the other soulmates you have in your life now, right? Because soulmates are more than just sexual. They can be platonic, they can be business, anybody that brings change, learning, and deep connection to your life. So it's like higher powers asking you to focus more on that, because behind that you have the Hermit and yourself. I feel like there's more things for you to work on before you're ready for that next person, like serious person, right? The Hermit comes out. The Eye of Horus on the napkin offers protection and healing, and that spot under the table seems like a pretty safe space, safe enough for more inner exploration. What others see as withdrawal is actually a path to great insight and wisdom. So the Hermit is shadow work, insight about yourself and your own behaviors so that you are ready to love the next, right? And then you have the Devil behind that, which talks about our own character defects, right? Because we all have them. We're never perfect. So, and you might have heard me read the Devil for, I can't remember, it was a Roop, I think. Before you let this feline specter bully you with its mean mug, understand that it's actually inviting you to look at your own dark urges, but not as means of punishment, rather than as an opportunity to break destructive habits, as well as a reminder that you possess the ability to do so. So Hermit mode talks about that as well, right? These two kind of go hand in hand when we, and for me, the way I did shadow work is my sober program taught me how to make an inventory. An inventory is where I write down a list of people, places, and things that have brought up fears, resentments, those deeper, lower vibrations. And then I've worked through like why did I feel either way. That was just one way. That was how I did some shadow work, which is always evolving. I'll go back to it again one day, So yeah, focus on those soulmates around you now, and then go definitely some inner exploration around your own character defects, shadows, and also those positive things in that you want to keep with you. Hey, Quick Shoe, thank you for stopping by and saying, hey, I appreciate you. Oh, I forgot to say, Quick Shoe has a channel, and who was the other person that stopped? 24 and Quick Shoe have channels if y'all want to go check them out. Hey, Divya, how are you? A root, but they only see by their perspective. They don't see that by our vision, how we see. Sometimes also makes me question, is my existence work? No, I see what you're saying. It is. Your existence is worth it. You're here. Like you just being here. Try not to let your family get in your head, okay? They don't know better. I guess it's how they were raised, right? That's I know it's easier said than done, but try to not let them affect you negatively, okay? And Diva, I wrote your name down. All right, John, if you're still here, it's your turn if you would like a reading. I gotta sneeze. I had a sneeze coming, it wouldn't come out. All right, what kind of reading would you like? Sometimes I also feel negatively, but there's no one with whom I could share what I feel. I'm so sorry, Arup. That's deep. Yeah. You have a community here. At least you're sharing it here. It's good to say it. There's power in saying it out loud. You're welcome, Vibing. Thank you. I appreciate you. Abby. All right, John. Yeah, I got your name down, Divya, okay? General. Let me write General beside him. Abby. Abby's the one you've been talking about, right? Didn't y'all go on a date the last time I read for you? No, don't say that, Arup. Don't let your family do that to you. You have a reason to be here. There's a reason. You have a reason to be here, okay? And your presence here lifts the vibration, so you have a positive effect. We have a few times. So it's still kind of platonic, John. Source creator ball. I said you guide my cards and my words for John. John's asking for spiritual advice and wisdom. Okay, hold on. I have a deck that has yes or no's. Let me use that one. But I do forewarn, of course, John, that I believe in that energy is forever changing, and that even though a card may say yes or no now, depending on your actions and Abby's actions, that could change, right? So please don't believe it's set in stone, okay? All right, higher power, source, creator of all. I said you guide my cards and my words for John. John's here seeking spiritual advice and wisdom surrounding. Will Abby and John get back this time? Thank you, Divine. Will Abby and John get... That was fast. All right. The first card will answer, and then I'll pull guidance behind it. Thank you, John. Guidance surrounding John and Abby. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Divine. Call upon John's spirit team, their archangels, their divine, to come in with love, light, wisdom surrounding John and Abby. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Divine. I feel like so protective over y'all, John. And when y'all are with people, which you know what's best for you, but when y'all are with people like this who like keep you like hanging on like that, I'm like, screw them. You know what I mean? Like you deserve somebody who's going to be with you right now. Higher power source. There we go. Okay, so your first card is strength. So let me see. Strength. Okay, so one card answer for strength says yes. And you said by summer. Why summer, may I ask? You are required to find your strength in a situation. Either way, like you obviously love this person. Like you're not giving up, even though I'm like, screw Abby. Why is she stringing you along? You are required to find your strength in a situation, regardless of how hard you may have worked so far. You still need to carry on, but perhaps it is not physical strength that is needed now, but your compassion and influence with something that others find untamable. You have the strength and control inside to turn a situation or project into something amazing without being aggressive. You have the strength or control inside to turn a situation or project into something amazing without being aggressive. Maybe you're coming on too strong, but it's like, Another reader told you summer. With the one card answer, this one is yes. So we'll see when summer comes. For clarity and guidance, behind that, you have the Eight of Swords. This one is the Strength card. And then you have the Eight of Swords, which is indecision. At times, it can be difficult to make a choice. And maybe that's like talking about Abby. Maybe I don't usually read other people's energy, but this card is talking about your compassion and understanding. At times, it can be difficult to make a choice as the fear of failure can diminish our chances, but there are no mistakes or failures, just experiences. Indecision can leave us immobilized with fear of the unknown. Embrace the chances and paths that are opening to you now. Do not imprison yourself with fear. And although past experiences may have tainted your worldview, have faith that you have the talent to go far. Take the chance and go for it. And then you have the Tower, which is, I feel like Abby, it's upheaval. Like, Lord, you've got two major arcanas coming out around this girl. Riding into the sudden storm of violent lightning brings about an abrupt change in circumstances. Yet this destruction heralds the potential for recreation and awakening, whether spiritual or mental. Although the devastation can be terrifying, when the dust finally settles, the wonder of a new and better horizon will appear. Maybe it's supposed to everything's supposed to be like it is, right? I don't know what you're learning through this, but that's what the Tower is. You're learning something through this. Maybe, are you coming on really strong? Because this aggressiveness keeps coming out to me. I don't know. For me, when I was single, I liked like somebody who was like constantly in my text, letting me know that they wanted to hang out. But that's not for everybody. So I don't know. Maybe if you're coming, I don't know. You know the situation better. So I'm going to leave it at that. The one card answer was yes, but keep in mind, like I said, energy is always changing. Our timelines always, it's just always changing, always evolving. Thank you, John, for coming and seeing me. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Marie. Are you still here? How are you doing, sweetie? And thank you, John, for trusting me with your reading. I appreciate you. This chair. Should have Marie, Vaishna, and then Divya. It was raining earlier here today, but I think it stopped already. Of course, you've got things to look forward to. All right. Let's see. Let me use the dog deck. Marie. Oh, I know. Divya, you're after Vaishna. Vaishna's still here. I have Marie, Vaishna, and then Divya. Hold on. Let me start with I'm going to start with my yes or no deck first. Okay. Power. And then the other two cards I want to pull from the target deck. Marie, higher power source, Carnival. I have to do guided cards in my words for Marie. Marie's here seeking spiritual guidance and wisdom surrounding. Do they have anything to look forward to? I call upon Marie's spirit team, their archangels, their divine. Do they have anything to look forward to? Thank you, divine. Thank you so much. Marie. Ace of Wands, new beginnings. All right. And for some reason, I don't know why, I want to pull the 2 doggy cards behind it. Marie. I guess because they're just like really, most times they're usually uplifting, Marie. Just seeing the doggies. Guidance. Oh, the moon. The moon is the murky, right? Maybe it's not always so clear. Are you feeling low, Marie? Like, is it, I'm getting a vibe like I might be off though. Like the questions, like I'm feeling down, like, or is it just kind of like what do I have? Like, I feel like my connection keeps lagging, huh? Probably because the rain. So your question was like, have I got anything to look forward to? So I literally asked the question, it's yes. In initiation. At this moment, a creative enterprise is building inside, prompting a burst of excitement. A project for work or a craft project you've been longing to complete can now be initiated. This card is telling you to go for it. Do not feel that you are not good enough to complete this task. You have all the talent and power inside you to make something beautiful. Okay, no. Okay, good. It's good vibes. That's a really good card, too. Very positive card. And then out of the doggy deck, I got 2 cards to pull behind it. It's the 4 of Wands. Let me make sure. Yeah, 4 of Wands. It's a card of stability. You are part of a beautifully functioning domestic ecosystem, and you know it. You're free to snap at passing bugs, dig holes, roll in the dirt, hang out with the family, or nap in the sun. The 4 sticks making up the garden trellis create beauty and harmony, but also serve a functional purpose. You found a perfect balance between work and play. Nice. Then you have the moon, and so if things look a little unclear, that's sometimes what the moon can bring, like maybe a little murky, a little unclear. No matter how bright the moon, it is still the realm of the night. It may be a tad harder to see at night, but this card pretends clarity when looking inward at your innermost dreams, desires, and intuitions. Don't be afraid of the dark and don't get distracted by the pesky felines you encounter. The moon is here to help you connect to your true self, your higher self. But watch out, the crab here represents the tough-shelled ego, which can pop up in your dreams, a flag as red as its shell. But I think you're finding the balance between that, right? Not diminishing or trying to get rid of our ego, but the balance between ego and self, higher self, right? I like it. It's a positive read. It's really good. Hey, Himesh. Yeah, thank you, Marie, for letting me read for you. I appreciate you. All right, and then Vaishnav, if you're still here, you're next. I've got like 3 decks out. I had my mushroom deck out too. I just haven't used it yet. Let's see. I don't know. Let's give them a second. Vaishnav, and I know Divya's here. Oh, thank you, Marie. I appreciate you. I'm glad I can help. That's what it's about. I've always said tarot always makes me feel at peace. It makes me realize that divine's always with me, and that I can connect with divine at any given moment, and that I'm all protected. I'm good, Hamesh. It's good. I said it was raining a little earlier, but not too bad. I think the rain already stopped. All right, Divya. I'm going to go to you since I think I lost Vaishna and you just want a general reading, right? Okay. Yeah, general. Higher powers, source, creator of all. I said to split on the emperor. Okay. Oh. And me, right? Yeah. I do, yeah. Higher powers, source, creator of all. I'm taking my cards and my words for Divya. Divya is here seeking spiritual advice, wisdom, and connection. Our their divine Divya to come in with words of enlightenment and clarity. Divya. Thank you, source. Thank you, divine Divya. Thank you so much. Thank you, divine Divya. Spiritual wisdom and guidance. Oh, Ace of Cups. I like that. The Ace of Cups reminds me of the Fool because this doggy has his hand in like the human's paw. It's like trusting your higher power, your spirit team to guide you. With the Lovers, are you single? I'm married and I still get the Lovers. I think when I get it, even though I'm married, it just reminds me of, our strength, our bond. And then also it can mean, Lovers doesn't always mean in that set. It could be a friend, coming in, a new friend. All right, you have the Ace of Cups first. Yeah, I'm single. Are you dating? I don't know. I don't know if this is you learning to trust in your divine's higher power or it's validating that you've gained that trust. But the Ace of Cups came out with let me read it so you can kind of have context. If I can get to it. Of course, a dog and her human prepare to take their first walk together, starting a process of emotional bonding. They're taking their literal first steps towards building a lovely, long-lasting connection. A collar and tag say, "You belong to me." The leash is a literal and symbolic connection, a way to keep both safe and accounted for when they're out in the world together. These two have connected hand to paw. Absorb the healing powers of trust and love. For me personally, when I get this card, I think of me with my higher power. But with you getting the Lovers behind it, it makes me wonder, it's food time. Oh, thank you, Marie. I hope you enjoy your food. And maybe that's you trusting you and your higher self, focusing on myself. Maybe it's that you and your higher self or your divine and loving. Maybe the Lovers is coming out because you're learning to love. However it applies, I shouldn't try to make the shoe fit. However it's supposed to fit, it will fit, right? The Lovers, it's a glorious day. You, them, sweet head rubs. Now that, my friend, is love. Since you said focus on yourself, I just keep thinking self-love. This is a true connection, which doesn't just happen. Dogs and owners both make choices that strengthen our bonds. Perhaps nobody's more authentically themselves than dogs, who encourage us to know exactly who we are and what we want. Talk about a perfect pairing. Keep it simple and focus on communication, with love always centered. And then your third one is the Knight of Wands. The knight has moved out of the apprentice phase and is embarking on his journey to learn all about the element of fire, how to direct his energy and focus. A new journey is exciting, and this knight is definitely fired up. He's so jazzed, he has grabbed a stick that is almost bigger than he is. His enthusiasm and big ambitions will only carry him so far, though. Picking up that much extra weight isn't something he or you will be able to sustain over the long haul. It's a card of balance, as you can see the big stick in his mouth. So if you find yourself maybe being exhausted, depleted, whatever capacity that is, it's finding that balance. I like it. And the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. Get the Lovers and the Hierophant. Let sleeping dogs lie. Maybe that goes with the Knight of Wands. Thank you, Divya, for letting me read for you. I appreciate you all. And then I have Hamesh. Hamesh, what kind of reading? Do you want general or specific? Jazz. Yeah, I'll write your name down. What's happening in my life that I'm unaware of? Oh, that's a deep one. Okay. Higher power source, critical. Guide my words to her match. What's happening in their life that they're unaware of? Source and mesh, spiritual advice, wisdom, and guidance surrounding what's happening in their life that they're unaware of. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Divine. Guidance for her mesh. What's happening in their life that they're unaware of. Her mesh. Huh. Whoa, that came out fast. Okay. You have the Devil first, which is usually more of a self-reflection card. Don't let the hiss of the strange creature fool you. The devil's all yowl and no scratch. Before you let the feline specter bully you with its mean mug, understand that it's actually inviting you to look at your own dark urges, but not as a means of punishment, rather than as an opportunity to break destructive behaviors. Maybe there's some kind of habit that you might not see as destructive as it really is. Yeah, the devil is a bondage, whatever's, hindering you, keeping you back. Then you have the Tower behind that. In case you missed the message in the way, okay, so the little intro to the Tower card is, why are there suddenly great sticks of fire tearing through the sky, followed by the most unwelcome thundering? If this unexpected change feels like chaos and upheaval, that's because it is. In case you missed the message in the way, the storm is cracking your foundation. It's a reminder that you're not in charge. Maybe are you trying to run the show too much? Which I did for all of my life. I still do it from time to time, where I think I need to run the show. This upheaval is happening. Slip on your thunder shirt, try not to tinkle on the floor, and remain open to the possibility that sometimes a flash of light brings revelation that you're unaware of. Maybe you're unaware of the fact that you're going through some huge Tower moments, or like Devil shadow work, and Tower is new beginnings. And then you have the Two of Wands, which is picking. It's like choosing. Two sticks are seemingly better than one, but you only have one set of jaws. This card is all about making difficult decisions. It's the fork in the road, or rather the fork in the stick. You have a big stick, but you're being offered a small one. Maddie with his little... Maddie always laughs when I read that card. You have a big stick. You have a big stick, but you're being offered a small one that could be much more interesting to gnaw on. The only way to find out is to drop the one you're carrying. You already know about big sticks. Maybe it's time to learn about little forked sticks. The Tower. Making a decision. Ooh, it's pretty deep, Himesh. I don't know. That's a deep reading. You're going to have to see where that fits with you and your situation. It's like learning, though, like ascension. Like when you go through these cards, you are ascending, or you have the choice to. You have the choice. I like it. I like it. You have free will to decide, right? Thank you, Himesh. I appreciate you. All right, Jazz. Do you want general or specific? Why have I been feeling overly emotional? I'm just tired. No. And angry and sad. Oh, I'm sorry you're feeling those deep emotions. Mhm. Okay. That's higher power source. Ask that you, I'm trying to claim the power of my life. To see above cards and find getting into. No, Himesh, I wouldn't say worse situations. I think it's exactly what you're saying. You're trying to claim the power of your life. Like that's what the devil in the tower is. It's seeing our negative patterns, and then the tower card is rebuilding. So I don't think it's anything. No, don't worry. It's you're doing good work on yourself. Um, and you get to choose. You said claim the power of my life. You get to choose. Yeah. No, don't think there's anything bad happening. I talk to the source, creative thought. I said you guide my cards and my words for Jazz. Jazz is here seeking spiritual advice, my connections surrounding why have we been feeling overly emotional and just tired, angry, negative, low vibration type guidance surrounding these emotions and feelings for Jazz. I call upon Jazz's spirit team, their archangels, their divine, to come in with clarity, enlightenment surrounding these emotions. Thank you, Source. Jazz. I call upon your spirit team, their archangels, divine, and these emotions. Like sleeping dogs lie, the Hierophant. Do you have a lot of things going on around you, like chaos or like people trying to argue when you don't want to engage? Family, maybe? Family disagreements? Any of that happening? Jazz. Higher powers. Jazz. God bless you, Himesh. There we go. Queen of Pentacles. Glad to hear I'm worried that I will go to previous state of mind. No, you have the choice, Himesh. You have free will over that. All right, Jazz. So the first one is the 10 of Pentacles. A dog romps through his family's August estate. This card is about legacy, that of your forebears and yours too. What we inherit, including genes. I kind of fight with my auntie one time, and she told me I wasn't leaving. Be your authentic self. Huh. A dog romps through this. Hey, Karan, right? Aw, it's good to see you. I'm sending you love and light as well. I can't remember if that's how I pronounce it. What we inherit, including genes, family, reputation, and money, genetics. You're talking about sadness. It makes me think like, is it, you know how depression and things like that can be in the bloodline, right? Just things that come that we have in our DNA that we have to work through, right? For me, it was alcoholism and addiction that I had to overcome. That was ancestral. It was passed through my genetics. So I don't know if these lower emotions, that's what this card is about, what we inherit, including genes, family, reputation, money, has a huge effect on us. But we do have some say-so when those variables play out in our lives. This is the long game card. Ask yourself what gifts and burdens you've been handed and what legacy you'll leave to future generations. So it's reminding us that when we're feeling these low vibrations, Jazz, that we have a choice to give power to the low or give power to the high, because it talks about thinking about our gifts, right? And Karan, I can write your name down if you want a reading. And then I was thinking about one of my other cousins that told me he didn't. Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of drama. He didn't love me. Oh, that's not very nice. Let sleeping dogs lie. You have the Hierophant also. I feel like, we have our blood family, but not always, no matter if they're blood family or not. If they're not, if they're bringing a lot of negativity to our lives, it is but you said, I don't know how to make boundaries with him, right? That's something that we have to do, right? Is set those boundaries if they're bringing a lot of negativity to our life. And the Hierophant talks about that, like, or just don't engage, right? JD, my friend that used to read with me, says return to sender, right? They're telling you they don't love you like that because they're missing some love inside. That's a reflection of their inside. They're just trying to hurt you because they feel hurt inside, and not by something you did per se, but they're just hurting inside. The Hierophant. The Hierophant or high priest rests secure, knowing tradition abounds and rules are being followed. Order, stillness, resting between two sacred pillars. The Hierophant represents conformity and tradition. Sense the calm that accompanies such order. It's okay to let sleeping dogs lie. Yeah, I keep thinking of that phrase. I just don't engage. Try your best to not let them. And I know, like our friend Arup earlier was talking about his family and bringing lots of negativity to him. And it's like, just try your best to not let them affect you like that, and to have some distance if they are affecting you like that. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles. Gentle, steady, and secure is who she is. I feel like this is like higher power, reminding you and your qualities so that you can focus on the positive traits of yourself. Gentle, steady, and secure in who she is. The Queen appreciates a good tennis ball as much as the next dog, but will never snap it out of your hand. She'll be as patient as she needs to be. Oh, that's a beautiful, because it goes along with you saying you don't know how to set boundaries. You're being patient. But I'm glad I'm getting more hours at work today. That's good. That's good. Aw, congratulations. Yeah, focus on those good things as much as you can. Though deeply appreciative of all the goodness in life, dog treats, lush grass, and cold water, the Queen views all these things holistically and relationally. She knows they are more enjoyable when sharing those experiences with others. Her Highness reminds you that these are the ideals to aim for. Yeah, I like how we're at the end of the message and you're focusing on that positive. When you feel like that, Jazz, that's what we have to do, is focus on the positive as much as we can. I did a video yesterday where our friend, he has a channel, sick_bastard, I think it's 71. He has a YouTube channel and he's at our property taking care of our dogs and stuff. He actually moved there. And he said something like, we're going to step in shit. And I was like, don't say that. He was like, no, it's a good thing, like good shit. And I'm like, wait, what? And so in my video I read yesterday for the collective, and I brought that up, that I had never heard somebody say stepping in shit is a good thing. But we have the free will to choose, right? How we look at a situation. And I know it's easier said than done when we're in the middle of sadness or depression, but the way we counteract those low vibrations is with high vibrations, the gratitude, selflessness, love, all those high vibration things. So thank you, Jazz, for letting me read for you. I appreciate you. All right. And then that is funny. Usually shit doesn't smell good, right? Exactly. He cracked me up. I had never, but I needed to hear that because, we've been going through the things, Maddie and I have been going through the things. And I feel like for me, this is happening particularly because I have to learn how to look at the things that are being thrown at me and find the blessings in them. And that's hard to do sometimes, but there's blessings in everything. We just have to find them. All right. And let's see if Karan is here. I can read for Karan. Thank you, Jazz, for letting me read for you. And I hope that you start to feel better, sweetie. I do. If not, I can always get a oracle card for the collective while we wait to see if anybody else wants a reading. I actually pulled one yesterday that I didn't get to read before my online class. The Sound of the Universe was the one I pulled yesterday. I didn't get to read it. That's a Beyond Lemuria Oracle card. Thank you so much. You too. I'm proud of you for your job and everything you're doing, Jazz. Congratulations. The Sound of the Universe. This is like life-changing experiences, glimpsing the great mystery. Ooh, the tuning fork. This card signifies those pivotal moments that transcend belief, remind us of greater reality, and influence us so that life will never be the same again. When I started channeling, and this is obviously the person who wrote the Oracle deck, or created the Oracle deck. When I started channeling paintings, I explored sacred geometry by including it as a key element in my creations without knowing much about its meaning. When I looked up the wisdom of the Sri Yantra, I was blown away. It symbolizes the sound of the universe. This painting was crucial for me, as it was my make or break decider for whether I could fulfill my dream as a painter. It was also significant as I crashed my car trying to study the painting and momentarily taking my eyes off the road. The events that followed delivered the most spiritual growth I had experienced in this lifetime up until that point. Interestingly, this piece has also vanished. The Sri Yantra is a powerful symbol described as the tuning fork that connects us to the universal consciousness. It is present in those aha moments, the fragments in time when life as we know it falls away to reveal a place outside mundane. It brings a sense of awe and overwhelms, and yet it feels so real that it jolts us back to our core for deeper remembering. It allows us to fathom our limitlessness. This card is also about music as a sacred tool. It speaks of the importance of having a soundtrack for our journey. Music was an essential aspect of ceremony in Lemuria, as it bridged the gap between matter and non-matter. And music has a really strong effect on me. And like dancing, I like ecstatic dance. I will not by any means say I'm a good dancer, but it's how energy moves in our body. So when we move our body, we feel more free, we feel more connected to source. Yeah. Even in this dimension, music opens the portals to an array of feelings and atmospheres. Bring more music into your life to expand your experience and shift your your sense of ordinary reality. Having your world shaken up even a little can invite a deeper glimpse of the great mystery of your life. There are mirage ways to peek behind the veil of the mundane world. Ecstatic dance, spiritual exploration, and intuitive creative pursuits are just a few. Aim to naturally imbue this awareness in your everyday existence so you can avoid the sudden wake-up calls. Wake up to the hidden music, harmony, and wonder of your multi-dimensional world. Let me see. I really love this Beyond Lemuria deck. I don't know if you all believe in like past lives, and I don't know. I feel so connected. I didn't even know Lemuria was a thing. I had heard of Atlantis, and I didn't know that Lemuria was a thing. And I can remember, this is the Beyond Lemuria deck. And I can remember how I first got turned on to or like connected with it. Oh, I remember the Whispers of the Wild Heart. I can share her channel. She does sleep meditations. Let me find it real quick and I can share it. And I would sleep to them. And at first I just thought it was sleep hypnosis. Wow, she calls us wild hearts, which is so funny because Maddie calls me feral now. Whispers of the Wild Heart. Whispers of the Wild Hearts, I think is the name of the channel. Whispers of the Wild. Is that it? No, she doesn't look. Let me see. What is her name? Where is she? There it is. Whispers of the Wild. That's it. That is her. Whispers of the Wild. And she has these amazing. Let me share my screen in case anybody's watching. Share. Okay. I'm looking for share screen. Oh, there it is. Share screen. This is her. And she does, no, that's not it, is it? No, it's not. I'm not subscribed. Sorry, that's not her. Let's see. Oh, let me log into mine. How about that? I have some, and then maybe it'll be under my subscribers. Oh, no, it is her. It is her. Yeah, Katie Wyatt is her name. So I started listening to her in the very beginning. I didn't even realize that she, what they call channels Lemuria. I didn't even realize that. And so in the very beginning, I was just like listening to nighttime meditations. And then I started realizing that she was talking about this thing called Lemuria. I was like, what is that? And then I just felt so connected. I've always been a water baby too. And of course, the more I listened and the more it just resonated, it made me feel at peace. And I found this deck and I was like, what? Beyond Lemuria. And then what's funny is there's another tarot reader online named Shay Pila. She's really good. I can show you her channel too. She's a really good tarot. And she has this deck, this oracle deck. I was like, what? And I really like her readings. I had I was listening to her and it was like I was listening to Shay Pila's readings. See that Shay Pila? She reads from Hawaii and she has this rooster named Riri. It's so cute. She has all these animals. She's a really good reader. And every time she mainly does collective reads because she has a lot of fans. But they typically always resonate with me. But she had the deck too. So I was like, that was pretty cool. All right. I pulled out fire. 15. This is the Solaris Sublime. Duality, creation, Kundalini, the rising phoenix. We live in a dualistic world of light and dark, yin and yang. Masculine and feminine. Focusing only on light can repress our shadows. Bringing both sides into balance and being real with our humanness allows us to reach more joy, authenticity, and depth. By accepting and loving all of ourselves as we truly are, we can extend more of this love and have deeper compassion with others. This painting portrays the balanced dance of creation. The greater the distance of separation, of duality, the greater the density. As the dragons come together, they dissolve into one with all that is. In this place of coalescence, the fusion brings both sides together in oneness, not just as a remerging with the universe, but in an alchemical process of becoming the empowered creator force we truly are. Alchemy. It's merging of the shadows and the light. Let's see. Do I have to ask a question? Yeah, of course you do. Al. How are you? I mean, you can say general. Some people say general. Hey, Synthesized. I would say go check out Synthesized channel, but there's not many people. But if you are on here, go check out Synthesized channel. She has music. I'm getting ready for my night, but can we check it? Oh, yeah. Oh, Synthesized. You don't have to do that. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, Al, I'm going to read for Synthesize. Of course, they've sent a donation, so I'm going to skip to them, but then I can do yours after, okay? And then Al, you can just put, do you want a general or specific reading, okay? All right, Synthesize Souls. And if y'all haven't checked out Synthesize Souls channel, go check it out. They have a really good music. She's fun. I've done some lives with her in the past. She's a lot of fun. Higher power, source, greater law. Since you got my cards and my words for Synthesized, that she's here seeking spiritual advice and wisdom surrounding their trip to Europe. Is it a good idea? Higher power source, guidance surrounding this trip. Is the trip a good idea for Anna? Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Source. I call upon their spirit team, their archangels, their divine. Is it a good idea? Thank you, Source. Thank you, Divine. Is it a good idea? All right, I'm going to get two behind it for guidance. Guidance surrounding this trip. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Divine. And guidance surrounding the trip. The King of Swords. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Source. Guidance surrounding the trip. Ace of Wands. Hey, Cat Goddess, how are you? Let me write down. I have Owl and then Cat. All right, the Crone first. So the first card is the answer. It says yes here. It says yes. That's a one card answer for this one. It's yes. This is intuition though. Huh. Like, I wonder if it's your intuition that's telling you maybe it's not a good idea or your fear that's guiding it. The journey the crone embarks upon is a solitary path. She is confident and assured in her path. All that has gone before has installed in her deep knowledge. She already has the answers inside her, and so do you. Trust your instincts and go wisely in their path. Have faith within yourself to succeed. It's so conflicting. Yeah, my intuition. I had 2 readings so far, and the answer is no. Before the readings, were you already feeling like it wasn't a good idea, though? Or were you feeling good until the readings happened? Mm. So then the answer then maybe is not in a literal yes, but in the message where it says, listen to your intuition, right? The King of Swords says rationality. Act with all the authority and discipline now, for you being asked to behave like a leader. Your innovative ideas have the potential for success, and the powers that can be see this. You have been given the reins of control. Hold firm and go for it. I feel like maybe this is applying to your, I don't know though. You can also weigh up all the pros and cons in a situation whilst others look for you for guidance. Your rationality knows no bounds as you communicate impartial viewpoints. I feel like maybe that's more towards your channel. Your innovative ideas have the potential for success, and the powers that you have been given the reins of control. Hold firm and go for it. Ace of Wands after that. Initiation. At this moment, a creative enterprise is building inside, prompting a burst of excitement. Yeah, I feel like these two are talking about work, maybe to stay in work. A project for work or a craft project you've been longing to complete can now be initiated. The card is telling you to go for it. 2 cards are saying go for it, but I don't know if it's about the trip. I don't want to tell you wrong. Do not feel that you are not good enough to complete this task. You have all the talent and power inside you. Use your discernment. I don't know if the 2 cards that are saying go for it mean your channel. It's so conflicting with the other 2 readers you've had. So I don't want to say go for it and then, because the crone is saying listen to your intuition. And maybe the go for it is referring to like go for like, what would you do if you stayed home? You know what I mean? I always get nervous with readings like this because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Yeah, listen to your intuition for sure. Let me see. Let me see. Let me get, hold on. I want to try something else real quick. Guidance around this. Synthesize. Let me pull one more card and see from this yes or no. Should they go to Europe? Wait. The wording of the question. Hey, Eric. Hey, sick bastard. Yeah, for sure, Anna. The wording of the question. The idea to Europe is a good idea. The idea to Europe, but the timing. Is the timing accurate? Maybe, let me try. Nahil. Hey, Nahil, I wrote your name down. Higher power source. Is the timing correct? Is it the right timing? Does Anna have the right timing for the trip to Europe? Guidance divine. Does Anna have the right timing for this trip? I feel like the idea is good, of course. You were going to have music. You were going to meet new people. Is the timing a good idea? Guidance on this situation. The Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is maybe. Maybe. Oh, it's a card of balance. The forces of the battle are balanced. And although this could be a stalemate situation, stalemate. Trust in the intuition. It says intuition. Yeah, this is another card that brings up intuition. So for sure. And I think watch what happens with, the fuel prices right now are insane. And I have a feeling that's going to affect those airplane price. I don't know what the price of the tickets are. But I think there's going to be lots of factors that come into play. So I hope that helped a little bit. But yeah, two of the cards were referring to your intuition, and your intuition already told you. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you, Anna. Thank you so much. And for the donation too. Y'all check out Sick Bastard's channel and Synthesized Souls. They both have channels. Did it stop raining there, Eric? All right. After that, I have Al. Al, were you able to stick around? I'm all right. I'm okay. I just wanted to ask if there's any messages for me. Spirits need me to know. Okay. Any messages for you that Spirit needs you to know? All right, Al. Drizzle went to dump. I know it rained here really hard. Yeah. Did it stop already or is it still dumping? Higher power source, careful. God, that's for Al. They're here seeking spiritual wisdom. Is there anything they need to know? Al, is there anything they need to know? Spirit team, thank you, divine. Hey. Hey, Harjuan. Harji. I'm good. How are you? Oh, Spirit team, divine. Anything they need to know? Oh. They're good. They're good. Maddie's getting better each day. He's able to move his left arm now. Did some things with it. Oh, guidance for Al. Thank you so much. Thank you, divine. Guidance for Al. The Emperor, the Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear you're good too. Oh, wrong deck. Sorry, I have like 5 decks out right now. All right, Al. We have the Emperor first. The crown makes the Emperor, but a big bone doesn't hurt either. There's no mistaking who holds the power here. That crown, that bone, that bow tie, not to mention that cushy bed. The Emperor wants you to have it all. When you hold all the power, it's tough to remember to do so responsibly. It's worth restraining yourself. Destiny will reward you. Oh, thank you, Harji. Then you have the Eight of Wands. The shorthand for this card is speed. This dog is nearly finished stacking his sticks in a record time. Things are coming together quickly, ready or not. Whether it's a relationship, a project, trip, or new job, you're moving quickly towards your goal. The Emperor. Want it all, have it all. Perhaps a sudden romance or vacation. Stay centered and be ready for anything. The huge burst of energy and motion will carry you over any obstacle in your path and land you on all four paths. Oh, hey, I'm sorry that she, I'm going to say it wrong. Can I call you she? Oh, that's a deep question. All right. Then you have I wrote your name down. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles. The knight has moved out of the apprentice phase and is embarking on his journey to learn all about the element of earth, how to use his natural stick to itiveness. The way they word it, stick to it to get things done and avoid becoming a stick in the mud. Riding a skateboard isn't easy, and falling off can be way worse. It takes hours of practice before it's a viable method of transportation. Focus on planning and training before you head off on your next mission. You'll discover that all that careful groundwork is a large part of the goal. All that careful groundwork. The Emperor, having it all. You're doing the things, right? I like it. It's a good read. I did want to mention, I think you might be new. Welcome. I don't read other people's intentions or energy, so I won't be able to tell you if they cared because I believe in karma. And if they don't want me to read their energy, I'm creating bad karma for myself. But I can read the energy around it and what source, spirit allies, whatever you want to call it, suggests for you to help get through the situation. If you would like that kind of reading. Al, thank you. I hope it provided some clarity, something to meditate and pray over. I appreciate you, Al. And then Kat, you're next. Kat. If you're still here. Oh, no. Certain things I've happened with my clairvoyance in general. It's really a wonder even. Hold on. Oh. Are certain things I've had happen with my clairvoyance in general, is it really a warning or even a take caution thing or something derailing me in life or plans causing me to not take action? Okay, let me see. Let me use another deck for this. Are certain things I've had happen with me in clairvoyance, is it really a warning? Okay, I'm going to ask it like that. Are these things warnings? Higher power, source, creator of all. Is it to guide my cards and my words? Cat's here seeking spiritual advice, wisdom, surrounding their clairvoyance. And are these things actual warnings? There's a little confusion surrounding. Are they warnings or are they derailing them, causing them to not take action? Are they warnings? Higher power, source, creator of all. Cat, are these things warnings? Thank you, divine. Thank you, source. Are these things warnings? Call upon cat, spirit, team, angels, divine. Are these things warnings? Guidance, divine. Seven of Cups. Are they warnings? Okay. And then clarity behind the situation. Guidance for these. Sun. Delilah. How are you? I'm going to write your name down real quick. Clarity surrounding this for cat. Guidance for cat. Spirit team. Angels divine. Clarity. Clarity. Carrying all the weight. All right. I am Delilah. It's a good day. How are you? All right. 7 of Cups first cat for are these actual warnings? Now use your discernment, like I always say. The 7 of Cups, one card answer is yes, but this is also a card of illusion. So listen to the message in the card and use your discernment, okay? It can be idyllic to live in that other world, but the appearance of this card encourages you to look at whether you are spending too much time daydreaming and not enough actively taking part in the real world. Dishes need to be cleaned, clothes need to be washed after all. Hedge witches are of this human world too, and you have to live in it on occasion. The crucial message of this card is that it is vital to be grounded to build a firm foundation. Whether you are spending too much time daydreaming and not enough actively taking part in the real world. And you mentioned not taking action in things. So use your discernment with that. And then behind that, you have the sun. Success. Riding the rays of the sun requires confidence to ensure success. You have the sun spotlight on you now. So let your light shine at work, at home, or on a project you have been working on. This is a powerful, positive card, and it's all good for you from now on. Behind that, you do have the 10 of Wands, which is carrying the weight of the world kind of card. And feeling like you're doing it solo at times. Oppression. At times, you carry the heavy burden of life, responsibilities on your own. There is no one around to help you, and work needs to be completed. You may be in a team, but you're doing most of the work on your own. Everything seems to be against you, and you feel such a heavy burden of responsibility bearing down. This is the final mile of a marathon, and you are nearly at the finish line. Do not give up, for you will have accomplished great feats. And I usually only do 3 cards, but a 4th came out, which is the 8 of Pentacles. Craftsmanship. This is a card of activity, right? As you ride to the border, you're aware of something beautiful manifesting in your life. Sun. You have all the patience and discipline needed. This card also indicates that you are beginning a journey of learning. You have the skills for this, and you have the enthusiasm to enhance those skills further. You have the ability to make a difference in all areas of your life and not just one specific area. I hope that helped. I think that's been a bit of a difficulty, even with the whole discernment thing as of lately. It's like something serious with my better judgment or things. Yeah, I get that. I do. Well, for me, it's like you mentioned not taking action, and the 7 of Cups. Sorry, the 7 of Cups mentions taking action. Yeah. Try your best to pray and meditate over it, whatever your practice is, so that you can find guidance deeper than this, because it does seem like a pretty huge, and I have to meditate a lot. I want to go back to the 7 of Cups again. Illusion. Think about if you're spending too much time daydreaming. I feel like maybe your clairvoyance is making you overthink situations, right? And not enough time actively taking part in the real world. Being grounded. Yeah. And you talked about the feelings of, the struggle to use to have discernment, grounding. Focus on that, okay, Kat? And I'm sorry you're going through that. The crone, intuition, and I got that on her reading. The crone, intuition, discernment. But we have to find balance and ground ourselves in order to do that. And on point with that sort of oppression thing, on point, even being seeing numbers that are usually associated with things not good. Oh, that's a lot going on. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and that you can find the balance to shift it, right? I totally get it, though. I do. Thank you for letting me read for you. I appreciate you. All right. Hey, Nahil, how are you doing? I always have a hard time ending hard readings like that. That was a deep one. I hope that I really hope that you're able to shift into a higher vibration, sweetie. You're welcome. I appreciate y'all. All right, I have Nahil and then Aniket. I nearly closed out before all y'all came in. Y'all came in all at once. That's funny. Nobody was really in here, and so I was reading some Oracle deck cards, and then like a wave of like 10 people came in, which I'm blessed. Thank y'all. I'm glad. Look, my intuition told me don't close out. Just hang in there. Read a couple Oracle cards. Hey, Reborn. Had a lovely grounding session. Looked up and the sun and moon are shoulder width. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Powerful energy. It rained this morning, and so I sat there and opened up the blinds, and just it was nice to see it. I appreciate you stopping by and saying hey. I might have lost Nahil. Aniket, are you here, sweetie? Give them a second. Let's see if they're here. Oh, did you want general or specific? Aniket. You can come in.
What about Cujo?
She's in the kennel.
Is it okay if I leave my dogs out while I go to the pool? Or you want to let Cujo out?
No, I let her out before I started this, so they're fine.
Okay.
All right, love you.
Love you too.
Will my manager or Dash release me tomorrow since it's my last day? And will they release you? Well, why wouldn't they? Just wondering. I'll totally read over it. Why wouldn't they release you since it's your last day? Like what? Let me see. Higher power, source, creator of all. Oh God, that's loud. I can do you after Aniket if you want me to. Higher power, source, creator of all. Ask that you got my cards for Aniket. Aniket's here asking spiritual advice and wisdom surrounding their internship. Will they be released tomorrow? Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Source. Will they be released from this internship? Thank you, Source. Aniket. Okay. Will they be released tomorrow? Guidance for Aniket. Spiritual advice, wisdom, and connection. Will they be released? Aniket. Will they be released? Aniket. Spirit team, archangels, divine. Will they be released from this internship? Aniket. Will they be released? Aniket. Will they be released? Spirit team, archangels, divine. Will they be released? Justice. Prince of Wands. One more for guidance, divine. Thank you, Source. Thank you, divine. Aniket. One more for guidance surrounding the internship. Oh, Ten of Pentacles. It's okay. All right. Justice is first. And 11. My intuition, like I'm feeling no, but this card has an answer of maybe, which is confusing. I don't know why, but for some reason, like my intuition says no. But Aniket, I'm not a big fan of predictions. I am human, and I don't ever want to have anybody like I don't want you in fear. I don't want you in any lower vibration because of something I say. Okay. Um, but justice is a card of truth. A dawning of a new beginning after justice is revealed through wisdom and dignity. I didn't know somebody was naked on the card. Nobody's naked. Although it's tempting to reciprocate an eye for an eye when it comes to legality and matters of truth, it is best to initiate help from the professionals. Since I've completed my part of project, but from the opposite side, it's not approved yet. Oh. So you might have to still do the internship until it gets approved. Truth. The dawning of a new beginning after justice is revealed. But my tenure has been completed. I don't know. I know. And this card says maybe. It literally the cards have a one card answer and this one says maybe. So I guess it's like one of those things where you're not meant to know. I called him, but he didn't pick up. I don't know why, but my instinct said no. But of course, I'm human and I could be totally wrong. So you'll have to let me know because the card says maybe. He didn't even reply. Maybe he's waiting to see if it'll get approved in time. You have the Prince of Wands behind that. Let me see. That's the Phoenix from the ashes. It's like, does it is it a bad thing if you don't get released? Like, is it just like, oh, whatever? The Prince of Wands. Adventure. It's like, you're welcome. Did you want me to read your other two cards? The Prince of Wands brings with him a change of residence or job. I just want to get rid of this job. The Prince of Wands brings with him a change of residence or job. Maybe you will get released. maybe you will get released. You will either way. I'm not like it anymore. The Prince of Wands brings with him a change of residence or job. And like the phoenix rising from the ashes, something amazing is coming out of rejection and disappointment. Like you're disappointed. You don't like this job anymore. There's a powerful opportunity coming your way, and the card is advising you to take it. The phoenix is about energy, action, and adventure. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, it's going to happen. This is a really good... it's pretty funny. A change of residence or job as you're like, I don't like this job. And then behind that, the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. So hang in there. Even if it doesn't happen tomorrow, hang in there. You've got a really good... Ten of Pentacles is prosperity. So you have the phoenix rising from the ashes, which is like a new change, new job. And then the Ten of Pentacles is prosperity. As you ride the border, you are appreciative of the good things life has to offer you. This card of good fortune embodies good things, not only flowing into your life, but that you already have, such as loving family and caring friends. With all the good things you have, make sure to protect them. It's a card of prosperity. So yeah, even if it doesn't happen tomorrow, don't let it mess you up too bad because these are really good cards. So this too shall pass. Hang in there. Okay, Aniket? I appreciate you. That was cool. I like that. All right. Nahil, did you go back to sleep or did you want a reading? And after that, we have Harji. Let me check on Maddie while I wait for her G real quick. I have his phone charging, so he can't. Oh, he could holler at me. He might hear me, huh? Let me check on him real quick. I love reading. Okay. All right. Harji, I'm going to do Nahil and then I'll do yours. Okay. I love reading. Oh, Harji, that's good. I've been seeing repeating numbers too. I've been going through things though. So for me, when I see angel numbers, it's like a reminder that God's with me, even when I'm going through the hard things. God being with us doesn't mean it's always going to be easy, right? So it's just, but I'll read on that too. All right, Nahil. Let me start with Nahil and then I'll do Harji. Higher power source. My cards are my words for Nahil. Nahil seeking spirit people. I was laughing. I love reading for Nahil. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, source. Surrounding Nahil. Guidance for Nahil surrounding me. Love that. Two of Pentacles. Nahil. Thank you, Divine. Nahil guidance. Nahil guidance. Huh. Okay. You have the Two of Pentacles first, Nahil. Change. As remember, you are favored right now as your full growth and potential are recognized. Maintain your inner balance as changes come to you. You are more capable of keeping the forces working in your life in balance. Changes are flowing to you now, and although some may be a surprise, they are most welcome. Success is all around you. Success is all around you. It just makes me always think about putting your focus on other things instead of the love life. I have a friend that mentioned that about, I think I mentioned this to you before, about she realized that she was trying to manifest, or like she overly was thinking about the soulmate too much. And that can hinder things even more so, right? Because we're not just trusting that it will happen in due timing. But this is a card of balance also. Change and balance. I'm not sure how it applies. Behind that, you have the Six of Cups, change and balance. And then you have the Six of Cups. Nostalgia. Huh. This is a charming card that represents not only emotional harmony, but also nostalgia or happy times in the past and memories that bring warmth and joy. Sorry, I got distracted by Harji. All right, Nahil. Okay. You know my problems. Yeah, I get it. All right, Harji. Um, Nostalgia or happy times in the past and memories that bring warmth and joy. The free expression of feelings this card brings opens connections both mentally and spiritually. It's like connecting with the inner child. This awareness expands to people involved in any form or relationship, whether a friendship or a romantic union. It indicates that this relationship is based on equality and order. The first card talks about changes, and then this talks about friendship, romantic union. My past is full of pain. Well, and if that's the case, it can mean more so about connecting with inner child. Mm. There's like a whole thing about doing inner child work, right? If your past is full of pain, that means that you still have possibly a lot of shadows that you have to work through and forgive and a lot of work. Um oh Harji, this is for Nahil. I'm doing a reading for Nahil right now. I mean, if it resonates with you, we are a collective. And then Nahil, you have the 9 of Swords behind that, which is nightmares, past of full of pain. Maybe you have to like work through. I don't know if you hold on to hard emotions, resentments around the pain, but the 9 of Swords is a card of nightmare. The appearance of this card forces you to face your nightmares to bring about the process of healing the past. Hey Moto, you gotta go check out Moto's channel. Moto has a channel. You gotta check him out. Subscribe. You have experienced a profound loss, and although the accounts are terrible, you can overcome the grief. Healing the inner child. Your raw emotions are showing throughout the day as you toss and turn during your sleep. Yet, as raw as these emotions are, you need to go through this process. Give yourself the chance to grieve in all its phases. And only through allowing yourself to mourn what is lost can you honor it. Yeah. The last few times you asked for love readings, it's been really focused on you, Nahil. And the fact that you mentioned past full of pain, healing the inner child. And I don't know if you have, or do you have any familiar, you can look on YouTube about healing the inner child or doing shadow work, and that can help guide you. For me, it was through my sober program. My shadow work came about through my sober program, where we do what they call an inventory, where we write down a list of people, places, and things that I have fears, resentments, lower vibration feelings that I have around those things, and then my part in them, and then there's like prayers that go along with it. I think that there's just some work to do before the door opens with that soulmate. You know what I mean? That's a lot, Nahil. I'm sending you lots of love and light through it. Changes through that, you're going to see changes. Oh, thank you, Moto. Don't forget to like, share, and sub. Yeah, and to Moto too. I appreciate that, Moto. Nahil. Yeah, that's a lot, Nahil. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're amazing. You're so sweet. I know. Isn't that crazy, Moto? I'm almost to my I'm hovering around 2,500 watch time hours. So I still have to meet the 3,000 and then of course the 4,000 to actually get monetized, but it'll happen slowly but surely. The lives are where it at, like you said, Moto. If I hadn't started doing lives, I would probably still be like in the thousands. Hey, Stephanie, I'm good. How are you? All right, and then I have Harji next. Right, exactly, Moto. I appreciate, and I do. I have amazing people that continue to come back. Luckily, I'm very blessed with a very strong collective that are very kind and sweet. So I appreciate that too, Moto. All right, let's see, Harji. Stephanie, I'm good. I hope you're doing good too, sweetie. I wrote your name down in case you. Yeah, I did. I wrote it down. All right, Harji wanted a reading surrounding the angel numbers, right? Quadruple numbers. You, I have clicked. Okay, higher power, source code. Guide my cards and my words for Harji. Harji is here seeking spiritual advice and wisdom surrounding the angel numbers, the repeating numbers they're seeing. Whoa. Ten of Swords, strength. Wow. Like, literally while I was shuffling, like 5 of them popped out back to back. And out of the 5, 4 of them are major arcana cards, Harji. Are you still here, Harji? You're welcome, Stephanie. Hopefully I didn't lose Harji. Okay. All right. So the first card is strength. So like we said, you heard me talking before about there was a time like when I had my very first awakening, I saw a lot of angel numbers in my first early sobriety months. And then it was kind of like a slack off. I didn't see as many angel numbers, but I saw a lot of synchronicities in other ways. And then this happened to my husband, and a lot of other little things have been happening. And I've been seeing the angel numbers like crazy. And that's just your spirit team saying, I've got you. Even though you're going through this whatever right now, I'm here with you. I love you. And you can get through this. This too shall pass. So the first card that came out is the Justice card. Strength card. The strength card is confidence. You are required to find your strength in a situation, regardless of how hard you have worked so far. You still need to carry on. Perhaps it's not physical strength that is needed now, but your compassion and influence with something that others find untamable. You have the strength and control inside to turn the situation into something amazing without being aggressive. It's the strength card, confidence. Then you have the Ten of Swords, which is similar to a tower moment. Ten of Swords, ruin. The tower, comes down for the new to be built. Ruin. Although this card signifies a devastating loss, it doesn't mean physical death or physical pain. It indicates that although you may have sunk to the lowest depths of despair, there is only one way to go, and that is forward and upward toward the light. The process of release is occurring. Material things become less important as your spiritual power now begins to gain momentum and you rise to the surface. Embrace your spirituality, for your power lies within your faith. Within your sorry. Embrace your spirituality, for your power lies within your faith, not your face, but your faith. And then you have the faith. Hang on to the faith. And then you have the world behind that, which is travel. Riding towards your goals can be a perilous journey, but you will complete all your trials and tribulations. Although hard work is required, the appearance of this card ensures you will have a successful outcome. All you have dreamed and desired shall be in your sights, as the worlds can signify completion and ultimate success. Yeah, you're seeing the angel numbers because it's a beautiful reading. And then behind that, the other two that popped out were the Magician and the Emperor. the Magician and the Emperor. So it's a very powerful reading with 4 major arcana. So even if you're still in the depths, like we're kind of, Maddie and I are still kind of, trudging our way out. It's a positive reading. It really is. And every time you see those angel numbers, let it be something that uplifts your vibration. If you're feeling low, when you see those numbers, it's your spirit team saying, like, I got you. I cannot. Look, Harji, a sun on the bottom of the deck. That's another major arcana card. The sunlight is a very positive card as well. I love it. I'm so proud of you for staying positive through the murk, because it's hard and not everybody can do that. So I'm proud of you for that. Thank you for letting me read for you. All right. And then I have she, Delilah, and Stephanie. So she and Delilah. Let's give them a minute, see if they're still here. Or if Stephanie, if you're still here, you can, I will send you all the photos I have clicked. Can you analyze what it means? And thanks for your wishes. I love you both. Yeah, send them to me. I can see. God bless you too, Harji. Would a relationship between M and I work? All right, Stephanie, let me see him. Higher power, source, creator, as to guide my cards and my words for Stephanie. Stephanie is here seeking spiritual advice, wisdom, and guidance. Would a relationship between M? Oh, Harji. That's my email. Stephanie, would a relationship between M and I work? Would the relationship work? Guidance for Stephanie. Clarity, enlightenment. Would the relationship work? Thank you, Harji. Would the relationship work? All right. Guidance surrounding it. Guidance surrounding the answer. Spirit team divine. Thank you. Guidance surrounding the possible relationship and if it would work. Okay. All right, 5 of Wands. So Stephanie, I don't know. I think you're not new here. I think I've read for you, right? Forgive me because my memory sucks. I have the 5 of Wands. Now I don't typically, I'm not a big fan of predictions, and so you might have heard spiel, but I believe in infinite timelines. I believe in energies always changing. So I always say, okay, thank you, sorry, forgive me. So just keep that in mind, that everybody has free will and thoughts and actions are always changing. So keep that in mind. And you asked, would the relationship work with the 5 of Wands in the current moment, the current energy? 5 of Wands. The 1 card answer is yes. But this is also a card of rivalry. So even though it may work, I'm not sure if there may be rivalry involved, like jealousy. It's natural to be in competition with someone at some point in your life. However, do not let that conflict go down upon your anger, and always keep your head held high. Do not resort to cheating to win or sabotage of the enemy when you think you cannot. Be strong and hold to your beliefs. Show your grace and dignity when confronted with someone who is your rival, and be the bigger person. Then behind that, you have the Princess of Wands. Oh, backwards. Which is a card of happiness. The salamander is strong and courageous with the veracity for survival, and their bright colors warning predators to stay away. They are quick and brilliant with an energy that keeps on going when others have long given up. The salamander brings a message regarding an opportunity coming your way. Though you need to balance rash impulsivity with steady, cautious behavior. It makes me think of the rivalry for some reason. When the opportunity arises, cool your temper as you have a tendency to be easily fired up and overreact. It makes me think of the rivalry, right? But it's a card of happiness. And then you have the Six of Wands behind that, which is a card of victory. It literally says victory. Riding into victory after a long and difficult time is a wonderful feeling, and that victory is fast approaching. You have worked hard to get to where you are now, so take a little time to yourself and enjoy the moment. Ride high and be proud of yourself. Your hard work has brought you plenty of praise from those you respect. Huh. I mean, it's a pretty positive reading. I don't know. You have to let me know. I don't know if it's between you and the other person. I'm assuming it is. But yeah, it feels good. Thank you for letting me read for you. I think I lost she and Delilah. So with Stephanie, the moon on the bottom of the deck, Stephanie, which is also like kind of unclear right now, right? The moon. Illusion. Oh my God, sounds a bit like there's something weird about it. Right. The happiness and the victory. I feel like no matter what happens, the happiness and the victory is reassuring, right? But it's funny that you said something weird about it when the moon was on the bottom of the deck and it's a card of illusion. The moon in all her splendor demands that you listen to your doubts and fears. Examine them and face them as not to be led astray by fear. Be mindful of illusions and release that the moon shines in the darkest of nights. And realize that the moon shines in the darkest of nights. You must learn to ride away from illusions of the night and face the reality of the day. So it's like if fear is guiding you, the moon is saying to release that fear. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I've been on for a couple hours. I gotta go see if Maddie, kind of, he might be hiding something. That's your fear coming into play, I think. That's the rivalry and the fear that you're talking about. You're welcome, but use your discernment, of course. Because I personally didn't interpret it, but it's your reading, so definitely use your discernment. But are your fears guiding that? Because you're thinking there's rivalry, possibly. Not sure. Use your discernment, though. And you're welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, I'm going to close out and see if Maddie needs some lunch since he can't walk still. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Sending you all love and light. Namaste.